Disclaimer. This video will discuss gory topics and disgusting acts. If that isn't your thing, I'd click off now.
August 9th, 2011. Jack Cranley, also known as JC the Hyena, publishes a Sonic-themed creepypasta to the Creepypasta Wiki. Now, this creepypasta wasn't good by any means. It was horribly cliché, the writing was very odd, and the author isn't a great person either. Though this creepypasta did spark a little bit of interest among the Sonic community. A lot of people seem to really like the idea of an evil Sonic. I mean, sure, in the Sonic games there was Metal Sonic, there's Shadow, and there's a few other evil Sonic doppelgangers around. There's nothing like him. Fast forward to August 13th, 2012. Miss Crimson releases a playable version of this creepypasta on GameJolt, and it is very, very popular. A few large game YouTubers at the time played Sonic.EXE on its release on GameJolt, most notably Markiplier and PewDiePie. Now, I could sit here and just yammer on about, oh, Sonic.exe got popular, but why don't I just tell you about Sonic.exe? I'll start simply enough with giving you a synopsis of the story, and then the game adaptation, then finally we'll discuss 2011X. The original pasta is pretty simple. Our protagonist, Tom, a big Sonic fan, gets a strange game in the mail from his friend, Kyle. Along with the disc, he gets a note basically saying, please destroy it, whatever's inside is completely evil, and is implied to have killed Kyle before the letter was sent. Being as smart as your average horror movie protagonist, Tom decides, why don't I play the game my friend told me to destroy with his final words? And that's exactly what he does. When he does boot up the game, the title screen seems pretty normal, until the music hits the final note, and suddenly everything flashes to, the scary EXE version. Bloody eyes, all the water is blood, it says Sega 666 at the bottom, the classic stuff. When he hits start, there's a character select screen. The only characters available are Tails, Knuckles, and Dr. Robotnik. Though Knuckles and Robotnik are locked, so you can only play as Tails. Tails' stage is Hill, which is Green Hill Zone, but with things wrong with it, such as dead animals showing up near the end of the stage, and withering plant life as well. When Tails does reach the end, there is Sonic, but his eyes are closed, he's facing away from Tails, and when he approaches, everything gets all red and staticky. When Tails does finally reach Sonic, quote-unquote, the screen goes black and he asks both Tails and Tom,
would you like to play a game?
To which our genius protagonist decides to continue playing this obviously haunted game. This leads into Tails' second level, Hide and Seek. This one takes place on Angel Island in Sonic 3, specifically in Act 2, where everything's on fire. This level is simple. Tails walks right, and Sonic.exe himself shows up and chases Tails. When X catches Tails, he kills him. Afterwards, he taunts Tom.
You were too slow. Do you want to play again?
And of course, being the special kind of stupid, Tom decides to keep playing. As he's booted back to the character select screen, he can see that Tails is blackened, bloody, and in a box above his crossed out character portrait. So, he goes ahead and starts playing with Knuckles. I'm pretty sure Knuckles' stage is based off either Scrap Rain Zone from Sonic 1 or Chemical Plant Zone from Sonic 2. I can't really tell, the aesthetics are very similar. This level is titled, You Can't Run. In this level, Knuckles walks to the right, and there's blood, sometimes showing up. Pretty spooky stuff, huh? The actually interesting thing happens when X shows up. Knuckles actually tries to fight X by punching him, but X is teleporting and taunting him, and maybe those are illusions he's making, I'm not really sure. But soon Knuckles collapses to his knees, and X kills him.
So many souls to play with in so little time. Wouldn't you agree?
Tom finally realizes that X is actually talking to him through the game. Tom finally does the smart thing and decides to take a nap and take a break from the game too. During his nap, he has a pretty nasty nightmare. During his nightmare, Tom is haunted by Tails and Knuckles' ghosts. They ask for help, and also ask why he gave them to X by playing his game. Their mournful cries fade as his laugh echoes off the walls of this dark and unknown place. Tom looks around for a source, but is unable to find one, until eventually, he is able to find the source. It was X, walking towards him.
You're a lot of fun to play with, kid. Just like your friend Kyle. Though he didn't last long. You won't be alone now. You'll join me and all of my other friends soon enough. You can't run, kid. You're in my world now, just like the others.
X then grabs Tom, his red, glowing eyes staring deep into Tom's soul as blood trickles from his tear ducts. And then Tom wakes up. It was just a nightmare. Nothing real. But then Tom, in all his infinite wisdom, decides to play Sonic.EXE again. Now we're on Robotnik's level. And I'm pretty sure Robotnik's level is its own thing. I don't think it's based off one Sonic level. But barely anything happens at this level. You're just constantly moving right, going down a few flights of stairs, and then you're jump scared by a hyper-realistic Sonic.EXE. And of course, the iconic
I am God
is written over top the spooky Sonic image. After this, X lunges at the screen, trying to break out and eat Tom, but is unable to. Tom falls backwards and needs to take a second, while red static fills the screen. And like an idiot, he boots up Sonic.EXE again. This time all he saw was their dead faces over their character portraits. He felt pity for the Sonic characters who had been killed just for him to play a stupid fucking game. But all of a sudden, the game was turned off. The whole computer turned off, actually.
Try to keep this interesting for me, Tom.
Tom spun around to face the creature talking to him, only to scream when he saw it. It was a Sonic plushie with bloody eyes sitting on the bed. Oh, I'm fucking shaking. As you can tell, the original Sonic.EXE did not hold up at all. In fact, it was horrible, when it came out in 2011. It was so bad that in 2014 they took it off the Creepypasta wiki and put on the Trollpasta wiki. And although I do have a soft spot for the story, rereading it for this video was fucking difficult. It was so ass. Holy shit. Everything from the weirdly specific things such as times and Sonic game sounds, to the over-reliance of the haunted game cliches, and to the overly graphic kills that he describes. Like, it isn't that they're overwhelmingly gory and disgusting, it's that they're trying too hard to be scary and edgy, which a lot of Sonic.EXE creepypastas would later have. But with that steaming pile of shit out of the way, I can actually talk about something that's good, that being 2011X by Joe Doughboy. Unlike the original Sonic.EXE, who I don't think even has a set origin, and if he does, I don't care enough to look it up. 2011X has a snippet of what his origin is. I'm getting most of my facts from the Sonic Oddities wiki, so without any further ado, let me tell you about 2011X. X is a sadistic and cruel monster that possesses an instinctive lust for destruction and pain, and has an immense interest in the human race and the Sonic the Hedgehog video game franchise. He's some sort of interdimensional entity that hails from the void, a place in between worlds. His favorite pastime is stealing people's souls, putting them in the Sonic characters as vessels, and, forcing them to play his sick, sadistic games. He'll kill, maim, and torture them over and over and over, just because he can. He has no morals. He has no ethics. Anything is on the table for X. This may be a bit outdated, so bear with me here, but from what I know, X is very immature. His games will always be rigged in his favor. If something shows signs of not going his way, he'll quickly turn the tides. He's also been shown to throw temper tantrums when things either aren't going his way, or he's understimulated. Overall, he's very childish when it comes to his emotions. Another thing about X is that he's kind of difficult to talk about. There's no official story I can read like I could with Sonic.EXE. All I have right now is the Sonic Oddities wiki and Joe Doughboy's Blue Sky account. And the information provided there is good, but I don't want to just read off the wiki to you guys, because you guys have eyeballs and know how to read. But I think in this case I'll have to make an exception, because, like I said, not much else besides the wiki and Joe Doughboy. Supposedly, the X has no limit to his abilities, meaning he can do basically anything in his domain. He also, for some reason, enjoys playing the piano. This is X's official description from the wiki. X is a sadistic, cruel monster that possesses an instinctive lust for destruction and pain. It has an immense interest in the Sonic the Hedgehog video game franchise and the human race, stealing souls of people and putting them in the bodies of the franchise's characters. X sees humans as disposable puppets it can manipulate and torture for as long as it likes. He does this simply because he has the power to do so. X's signature trait is his interest in playing games. These games often serve as entertainment for X's sadism, being entirely rigged for the monster to win without a successful escape. X does not savor how inexperienced it is at game design. Similar to that of a young child, it is extremely short-tempered. When something is not played in X's favor, it can often become uncharacteristically impatient or angry. This is best shown in how, when a player takes too long to move to the right, it will often just end up killing them on the spot out of sheer spite. Later on, 2011X will evolve into Lord X, who is, well, his evolved, more mature form. Lord X is your same old friend from the year 2011. He's been waiting to reunite you and show off just how much he's grown since you first encountered him. For Lord X, his only goal is simple. That goal is to claim whatever he perceives to belong to him. All of humanity. Lord X still has the same fascination with Sonic the Hedgehog and humans, and now he's molded his vessel to be a little closer to Sonic in proportion. He's gotten so close to Sonic now that he has a new form. They call it a faker form, which looks damn near identical to classic Sonic, minus the shoes. No, that's right, you heard me right. The shoe color is wrong. It's a strange trend to have the EXEs only be distinguishable from Sonic in their faker forms due to the shoes. He's the main antagonist of Sonic PC Port, the Soulless Saga, the second disc, Sonic Redux, and Soulless Sonic. These are all made by Joe Doughboy still, and they are the series that is connected to Sonic 2011. I look forward to playing it when it comes out, because it looks to be a much, much more exciting experience than Sonic 2011 was. If you feel like I messed up anything or got something wrong, please feel free to yell at me in the comments section. Any feedback is good feedback, you know? But for now, this is it. Join me next time when I deep dive into 2017X. I'm going to be doing a full series deep diving these EXEs because these are my new hyperfixation. Let me know which EXEs you want to see next. After 2017, I'm thinking I'll do Rewrite too. And to the same extent, Malware Amy. But that's all I got for you guys for now, so I will see you guys next time in the Danger Zone. Have a good night.
I am Sonic.EXE. I was brought to life on an evil CD. Now I'm in your computer. And I will give you virus that will make you pooper. Tails and knuckles are dead. I will hit you upside the head. I can run fast and jump high. So just lay down and die.